One of the first acronyms I learned when I became a coach is WAIT. Why am I talking? And it's pretty remarkable. One of the first lessons I learned as being a coach is to listen more than talk. And as a self-respecting New Yorker, the sound of my voice is very, very soothing to me, and I use it often. And yet, sometimes one of the most powerful tools I use is to sit in silence. When I coach leaders who are looking to improve their leadership, grow up the corporate ladder, or even as an entrepreneur, one of the first lessons we talk about is how do they hold silence? Now, most of us don't do very well with silence. It's uncomfortable, it's awkward. Some of us will just talk to fill in the silence, which is something I've done for many years. And yet, holding space for someone to experience the discomfort, feel the awkwardness, and then reply is an extraordinarily powerful tool. Some of the tricks that I've learned that really help a lot of people if they choose to hold silence is one, to sit on your hands. I'm pretty animated. My hands move quite a lot. And when I first started coaching, granted, when I was not in front of people and was more on Zoom, I would literally sit on my hands and holding silence until my hands came out from underneath my butt was one trick that I used to not speak when I was holding the silence. Another trick is to count in your head to 5 or 10. That seems to be a good amount of time. And do not speak until you reach the number. And if you do a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, those 5 seconds can feel like minutes. The other trick is to observe the person or the group you're speaking with. If you throw out a question or an idea and you're waiting for feedback, watch people's eyes. If they look down or they look up or to the side, chances are they may be thinking about what they want to reply with. Other times, simply holding the gaze. If you're making eye contact with that person after you've posed the question, hold it. See how long it takes before they get uncomfortable, and then they fill in the space. What usually happens is there's a pause of a couple, 3, 4 seconds, waiting to see who's going to speak first. And when the other person recognizes or realizes that you are not going to speak, then they start to spin like, oh my God, they're waiting for me to say something. And often enough, they will say something. And often what they say is powerful. It offers you the feedback or the direction you might be looking for. It gives you a window into their thoughts. It could be a window into how they're feeling. But the point is that as we grow as leaders and humans overarchingly, that ability to hold silence is invaluable. So my challenge to you is, after you watch this, if you made it this far, is to hold silence. The next time you ask somebody for feedback or you ask a question or you want to know how they're doing or whatever it might be, is be mindful of how quickly you fill the void and how much time you allow for them to fill that silence. Take care.